After 10 years, my family cruelly excluded me from our annual reunion. When they showed up at my new house, their faces turned pale as I said, "Don't act like you didn't know, Lauren. You all knew." The tension cracked through the room like dry lightning. "Don't raise your voice in my house," Uncle Gary snapped, arms crossed, already leaning into that tired authority he hadn't earned in years. "Your house?" I said, laughing bitterly. "Funny, 10 years I've been shut out, and the first thing you say to me is a warning?" My sister Suts, Lauren clenched her jaw, standing behind the kitchen island like it was a shield. "This isn't the time. We're here now. We came." "You came because you saw the address." I cut her off. "Not because you missed me. Not because you thought I mattered. Let's be honest for once in our lives." Everyone fell silent. Aunt Lisa shifted awkwardly in the doorway. My cousin Jamie looked down, suddenly fascinated by the marble floor, a floor they didn't expect to see in my house. "You all showed up to this reunion like nothing happened," I said, voice low, controlled. "Like I didn't spend the last decade being the black sheep, the screw-up, the scapegoat, and now you're just standing here." Uncle Gary exhaled sharply. "Can we sit down? This isn't productive." "I'm not here for your productivity," I replied. "I'm here for the truth. I'm Ethan. I've waited 10 years to say this. My name is Ethan Cole. I'm 27 years old, and for 10 years I've carried silence like a second spine. Heavy, invisible, but always holding me upright. They think I left the family, that I cut contact. But no, they stopped calling first. No invitations, no updates, no seats left at the table. I wasn't the perfect kid. I didn't follow the script. College, clean job, clean haircut, small talk at Thanksgiving. But I never expected to be erased. Even now, standing here in my own home, finally successful, finally stable, my hands are trembling, not from weakness, from restraint, from everything I never said when they called me a burden, when they let me rot in that basement apartment after Mom died. They never asked how I survived. They never thought I would. Lauren, 29, my older sister, always the golden one, got the support, the spotlight, the benefit of the doubt. She called me dramatic when I told her I was struggling. She never called back. Uncle Gary, 54, the wannabe patriarch, took over after Mom passed, more interested in controlling the family than holding it together. He said I was a distraction during the estate talk. Aunt Lisa, 51, the passive one, said nothing, did nothing, looked away when I needed her, smiled through the cruelty like it was wallpaper. Jamie, 22, my cousin, more decent than the rest, but too afraid to speak up. I don't blame her. She was a kid. Still is, kind of. "You remember Mom's will, right?" I said, staring at Uncle Gary. "Or did you pretend she never had one?" He stiffened. So did Lauren. "It was handled. We all agreed to—" "You all agreed? I wasn't even in the room. 10 years ago, 3 days after my mother's funeral, they met in that suffocating dining room and decided how to divide things. I was 20, still in shock, still answering condolences and trying to figure out how to pay for her cremation. They kept her savings, sold her car, took her jewelry, all under the guise of settling debts. "You think I didn't know you liquidated her accounts?" I said. "That she left me something, and you buried it with the paperwork?" Lauren looked guilty now. That was new. They talked over me that year, told people I couldn't handle it, that I'd moved away. I didn't move. I was pushed. I slept in my car for 2 months, took overnight shifts at a gas station and stocked shelves while finishing community college, built a business out of a borrowed laptop. Took 10 years, but I built something. And now here they were, standing in my new house, shocked that I had floors cleaner than theirs. "You used to call me a leech," I said, my voice steady. "Now you're walking through my living room pretending to like the art?" No one replied. The worst part? When I was 19, right before Mom got sick, I sold my car to help pay Lauren's medical bill. She said insurance wouldn't cover it. Said she'd pay me back. She never mentioned it again. A month later, I caught her posting beach photos on Instagram from Cancun. Family trip, I wasn't invited. I sat in the ER waiting room while Mom got her chemo, scrolling through those pictures, wondering how people could lie so easily and sleep at night. I never forgot, but I stayed quiet. Until now. I pulled a flash drive from my back pocket and tossed it onto the coffee table. That has emails, texts, bank records, and recordings. Everything. Every lie, every forgotten message, every dime that wasn't yours. Uncle Gary went pale. Lauren looked like someone just pulled the floor from under her. "You recorded us?" she asked. "No," I said, walking toward the kitchen. "You recorded yourselves. I just hit save." Aunt Lisa's hand flew to her mouth. Jamie stepped back, her eyes wide. "Go ahead," I said. "Play it. Send it to a lawyer. Burn it. I don't care. I just wanted you to know I'm not crazy. I remember everything." "This is slander," Gary shouted. "It's evidence," I corrected. Lauren broke down crying, sitting on the couch like her legs couldn't hold her anymore. Lisa started whispering something about forgiveness and misunderstandings. "You all finally hear me now?" I said. "Or do you need another file?" The room fell apart. Gary stormed out first. Lisa followed, mumbling something about needing air. Lauren stayed. She didn't say a word, just kept crying, arms wrapped around herself like armor. I didn't comfort her. I wasn't cold. I was done. I stood by the door, watching the family reunion scatter like smoke in sunlight. Jamie lingered. "You okay?" she asked. "Getting there." She hesitated, then quietly. "I believed you. I always did." I nodded. "Thank you. That's more than they ever gave me." And just like that, she left too. I was alone again, but this time, it felt different. I hadn't burned the house down. I just opened the windows and let the truth air out. That night, I sat on the back deck, coffee in hand, wrapped in silence, not loneliness. Peace. They'd probably go home and argue, blame each other, spin the story, but I didn't care anymore. They finally heard me, saw me, whether they liked it or not, and for the first time in a decade, I didn't feel like a ghost in my own bloodline. Maybe one day Lauren will call. Maybe she won't. Either way, I'm building forward for me, for the boy who sold his car and sat alone at the ER, for the man they couldn't erase.